Hi, I'm Derek Hooper, Australian PGA professional and Director of Instruction. I meet players sometimes that really struggle with the tempo of their golf swing. They find that we see that they start trying to move the club too quickly in the downswing, it gets them all out of balance and they can't hit the ball with any consistency. So today we're going to talk about the causes of some of these issues in terms of quick tempo and how you can solve them for yourself and start hitting the ball more solid more often. So quite often I'll have players tell me they feel like they're swinging too fast. The reality is with golf though is that amateurs rarely move the club too quickly because they're not hitting the ball too far. What I'm seeing is when players tell me they're swinging too fast, they're actually talking about the tempo of their swing. And what I see it as is that when they start their downswing, the arms want to move too fast too soon, things get out of sequence, and consequently they don't hit the ball as solidly or as far as they potentially could. So the number one reason that I see for players that have a quick tempo or a quick transition is that they tend to make short backswings with short rotations, and then from there they try to make up for that lack of rotation, which is helping to produce speed. The lack of that is now they want to start to move their arms much quicker to try and make up for it and generate some speed, and that rarely works so great because speed in the golf swing does not come from your arms, it comes from the rotation of your body. So if you've got that sensation of swinging too hard, too fast, too soon in the swing, which I call is a lack of tempo, then what I want you to do first of all is let's make sure that you're making a complete backswing. All right, let's make sure that backswing's nice and slow, and we want to make a good full turn as far as you can while you keep your legs fairly stable. Legs can move a little bit, but I want you to go as far as you can and still keep your legs stable. The other thing that I'll see sometimes is players just have a backswing which is way too fast. So they'll move the club back really quickly, there's a lot of effort required to stop the club moving in that direction, and then it's hard for them to sequence in the downswing as well. And again, I'd put that into a tempo into the tempo category. So one of the things that if you're making a backswing, especially with some of these new drivers that have the different weightings on the sole of the club, and you can hear the club whistling in the backswing, then I can guarantee you're moving the club way too fast in the backswing. So we want to make sure that the club's going away a little slower, and we want to make sure that that turn is full. Once you reach that full turn and you feel those stretches, then you can start down with that lower body and let the arms follow into the downswing. They're the things that are going to help you with tempo. To help you with some drills to work through that on the range, I'd suggest you get up on the range and hit some shots for me with what we would call half speed. So just go at 50%. Set up to the ball. I want nice, long, slow backswing, and then hit with 50% effort. And just take note of where the ball goes and how solidly you hit it. Then I'd go to 60%, and I'd do the same thing with that. I'd hit a good 10 balls at each of these levels. Then I'd go to 70, then to 80, then to 90, and then 100. And somewhere in there, you're going to find there's an ideal tempo for you. A speed at which you can take the club back that allows you to make a full rotation and then start the club down with the body rather than it being so arms dominant. So work through it. You may find that your best tempo is actually closer to 70% of what it is today. You might find it's closer to 90, but only you will be able to figure out what is the best tempo for you. So get away to work on the range and you can sort out your tempo for yourself. If you've got any questions on what we talked about today, please feel free to post them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Also, if you want to work on this with me in person, I'd love to meet you, so please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to do that. But keep in mind that better golf starts with better coaching.